Sniffer and Tinni, a true tale of an amazing animal friendship. Sniffer and Tinni. Meet Sniffer, a fearless red fox, and Tinni, a patient and kind German shepherd. They live in a small Norwegian town named Ski. Sniffer spends his days enjoying the freedom and beauty of the forest. Tinni, who loves taking long walks, came upon the little fox at just the right time for the pair to strike up a special friendship. This unlikely duo has created a magical and adventurous world where, despite their differences, they have become best friends. On a warm summer day, Tinni was taking a walk with her owner in the field along the edge of the forest. Butterflies fluttered in the air and the sun shone down. Tinni was enjoying the coolness of a passing breeze. Suddenly, the big dog froze as something popped out of the bushes. It was a baby fox. The fox was small and reddish in color. Days before, they had seen this fox cub playing and running by itself. Today, he was looking for a playmate. This frisky little fox tackled Tinni repeatedly. Tinni didn't know what to make of him. She sat still and let the fox have his fun. After a few days, Tinni and her owner, Toger, went back to the spot where the fox and the dog first met. Just as before, the little fox popped out of the forest to play. Toger knew something was wrong. A baby fox shouldn't be roaming the forest without its mother. Thinking the fox must be hungry, Toger left food for him at the edge of the forest. In the days that followed, the fox began visiting Tinni regularly in the field where she lived. Tinni was so happy to have another animal around. The energetic fox brought liveliness with him wherever he went. It was contagious. Soon Tinni was also jumping and frolicking all over the place, just like the fox. Very quickly, the two became good friends. Toger decided to give the fox a name. For an animal that sniffed the grass, the trees, the flowers, everything, he thought the name Sniffer was a perfect fit. From that point on, the dog and the fox were inseparable. Sniffer and Tinni spent most of their days exploring. They explored in the broad daylight and under the shadows of tall trees. They explored a nearby pond and piles of fallen leaves. Together they explored every inch of the forest. They searched for squirrels. Whenever they spotted one, they bolted after it, kicking up leaves as they ran. When they weren't chasing squirrels, they were chasing each other. Sniffer, who is small and agile, would run along thick roots of fallen trees while Tinni followed closely from below. As in any friendship, Sniffer and Tinni sometimes fought over things. They fought over sticks the most. Tinni was somehow always able to find the sturdiest, most tasty stick in the whole forest. Sniffer, jealous of his friend's talent, would try to take it from her. Whichever stick Tinni had was the one Sniffer wanted most. They fought over balls, too. Once again, Tinni usually had the upper paw, unlike Sniffer, whose jaw was narrow and small. Tinni's jaw is large and can open wide enough to hold a ball without dropping it. She liked to taunt Sniffer with the ball, but sometimes she let him take a turn. To stay warm during the winter, they wrestled in the snow-covered grass. Sniffer, almost a full-grown fox by now, still liked to surprise Tinni with a good tackle every so often. And Sniffer enjoyed tackling him right back. The two rolled and tossed in the grass until they wore each other out. It got so cold during winter that the pond completely froze over. Sniffer and Tinni were able to walk across it. They walked slowly, taking small, cautious steps. Each made sure the other didn't fall. They were fascinated by their reflections in the ice. Once spring finally arrived, Sniffer and Tinni sought to find hollow stumps covered in bright moss. Both were very eager to know what was inside. A squirrel? A ball? A really tasty stick? When he was feeling extra curious, Sniffer stuck his entire head inside. As much as they enjoyed being active, all of that running and jumping made them sleepy. Sometimes they needed a little break to relax and catch their breath. Having so much fun could be exhausting. After a while, Sniffer started spending more time in the depths of the forest. There he was able to live wild and free in his natural habitat and make friends with other foxes. While Tinni missed him dearly, she knew that the forest was Sniffer's home, the place where he truly belonged. But Tinni was never too lonely. Every now and then, Sniffer would return to the field along the edge of the forest to visit his best friend, and together, lighthearted and full of joy, they would run to the forest for another adventure. And that is the end of a true story.